On TV. We're on TV now. Crazy. Hello, everybody. We're going to be playing cats today. This is my friend Henry. He likes to make out with me, and it's disgusting. Let me go post the link over on the website. All right, sit down here, you crazy man. All right, copy, close. We'll go put a post on the website. Edit page. All right. Space, 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 control, paste, highlight, link, enter, edit, settings, open link in the window, update, update. All right, so we're going to be playing Over the River and Through the Wood today, more popularly known as Over the River and Through the Woods. Yeah, the reason we're playing it is it is the only Thanksgiving tune that I know. And most of the time we replace the word Thanksgiving with the word Christmas and whatever. This is Henry. Henry's my cat. He's a snuggle bunny, and he hasn't been able to be in this room because we had the poison plant in here for a long time. And now we got sent the plant back to the studio, and so now here he is. And so right now we hear Donna moving around in the other room, so he will probably be gone here shortly. He's not a big fan of the ukulele, so so here we are. Jerry made it in. Hey, Jerry, everyone. Yeah, he is a sweetheart. He's actually the nicest cat I've ever had, which is funny. I've had lots and lots of pretty mean cats. This guy is super, super nice. Amy says, hey. And Lynn is in. Lynn is here. Don't mean to break anything up. Oh, yeah. So Lynn, and Henry's all smooching with me. He's like, don't want to walk in on you too. Yeah, this guy is from day one. When we went to the pound to pick him up, we were sitting in there, and they pull him out of the thing and they bring him into the room. He just jumped right up on my lap and sat down. He's like, all right, I'm going home with you, dude. This place is nuts around here. You don't even know. So, yeah, let's see. Jerry's got Mabel on her lap. Okay. All right. We're all got all of our cats hanging out. Let's see. That's funny. Hey, Annie. Hey, Carrie. Carrie says hi to you and not to me. What's that about? Lynn. Yeah. He's also got great eye contact, which is super crazy for cats. They're not supposed to look you in the eye. They're not supposed to look you in the eye. Hey, Jack. Hey, Barbara. Good to see you. Elizabeth. Yeah, he's doing good. Cindy. Let's see. See, they're talking to you, not me, right? All right, let's see. Jacqueline made it in. Jacqueline did it in the right order. She says, hey, Gary, then hi, Henry. Barbara's in. Linda's in. There he goes. All right. My dad says yeah, or shelter ends. There we go. Hey, Clay, welcome in. Izzy did the same thing, right? Just jumps right. You're like, yep, you're mine. Let's get going. Let's get out of here. Yeah, he's a cute cat. He's really nice. Hey, Lindy. Let's see. Rita made it in. Hi from Illinois. Let's see. Marianne from Michigan. Fran is in today from Southern California. Laurel, Arthur who? Arthur. Nice. I run we have these TV monitors in the building, one in the back and one in the front. And when we were replacing the heating system, it was really important for you to read the monitors because every day we had a new schedule and we're doing all that stuff. Well, since then, we don't have anything important to put on there. So I put on, like, remember to, pick up your packages and remember to whatever, don't let strangers in the building. And there's all this completely useless information on that board now. And so one time when I was updating, I thought, I'm going to put every other slide, I want to put a knock knock joke on and say, knock knock, who's there? Arthur. And then you have to wait for the slides to change to get the answer. And I got nothing but complaints about that. And the only thing I know is that we have one little girl who lived there, but she's about 8 at the time, and we went out to dinner with them, and she was telling me all my own knock knock jokes. Hey, Red. Hey, Cindy. All right, Evelyn is here. Now, guys, I got unfortunately I had um, a biopsy of something right here, and they were like, oh, you got to come and get more cut off. So they call me and on relatively short notice, and I got to go to the doctor here to get this cut off. No big deal, but so I got to make short work of today's lesson, and which is fine because you have more than enough to work on between now and Wednesday. Okay, remember we're off Thursday and Friday this week. And those of you who are international, join us internationally. It's our Thanksgiving, which is our celebration of murdering turkeys. And so we're going to do that on Thursday. And then Friday, we have to go shopping, apparently. So I am we're going to play over the river and through the woods. I want you to make sure that we have a fairly extensive list of public domain sheet music posted already. I'm going to try to post you another one on Tuesday and probably Wednesday, so some more stuff for you to have. And then on Wednesday, both in the 12 o'clock hour and this 1 o'clock hour, we're just going to play Christmas music. Okay. So that'll give you a chance to just get really comfy with all of this stuff. And Over the River Through the Woods is technically it's a Thanksgiving song. We normally change the words to change it out Thanksgiving to Christmas, so it's more in the spirit of the season type thing, but it really was written for Thanksgiving. And so on Wednesday we'll play that we'll play through it today and tomorrow and Wednesday, and then I'll get you at least one more and probably two more tunes to put into the list. And then on Wednesday we'll just take requests, and we'll go down the list or whatever, and we'll play as much of that stuff as we can. I don't know, I can't tell how many's on here, 10 or 12 or so far, and we're going to have a big old long list by the time Christmas shows up. I'm also going to toss out I think I got a week's worth of Hanukkah songs, and so we're going to do some of those, which are it turns out most Hanukkah songs are not that great, but a couple of them are really, really beautiful and have really cool ideas behind them. So we'll do some of those. And no, we won't do Adam Sandler's Hanukkah song, which is the only good Hanukkah song, but it doesn't really fit on the ukulele very well. Let's see. Who else wandered in here? Evelyn, Annie? Can you hear me meow? All right. Well, the slice and dice. I know the slice and dice. But every one of us that are 50 and above, we didn't know about sunscreen, so we're all having to get chopped off, get our body parts chopped off. What are you going to do? Part of it. Oh yeah, Hanukkah in Santa Monica. That was we had Sandra did on Hanukkah in Santa Monica. Really funny one to sing. Light one candle. Yeah, there's one. I think it's called Nair Lee, if I remember right, and it's just beautiful. So yeah, we'll do a few of those as well. I'll go through my list, and then you guys will give me some other ideas. If you know Hanukkah songs inside out, send me a list of things that I should be putting together. We won't do them all, but we'll do a few of them. And hey, Christine, good to see ya. Ocho Cantalica. Oh, that's a nice idea. All right. Tom Lair. Yeah. Hanukkah in Santa Monica. Let's talk about Over the River and Through the Woods. This is my 9th time teaching this today. It feels like this is a nice arrangement. I think I did a pretty good job on this one, and it's not what you think. Okay. So Donna hates Over the River and Through the Woods. I don't know why. Probably after listening to me do this 9 different ways yesterday, she was over it. But what you have here is maybe not exactly the same as what you sang as in the past, and so I wanted to talk about that. First of all, Over the River Through the Woods, originally a Thanksgiving song. The words words were to a poem, and we don't know who wrote the music to accompany the poem. The poem is, over time, we've adjusted the word and so on. So you may have sang much different words in the past than it is on this piece of paper. Sing the words you've used in the past. They're fine. There's 900 different versions of this on the web. I didn't find the definitive one other than the original poem, which we don't sing anymore, or we probably never did. So there's that. Second thing on this, we're going to do an intro. The intro is in and of itself complete. This feels very professional to have a nice intro. Then you play a song and have this nice outro, and that's what we got here. So a little bit of an intro that's a little bit kind of the theme of the song, but a little bit different. Then we'll play the music. I will tell you that years ago, 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, Sean McGowan, who's a great jazz guitarist here in Denver, did an article for Acoustic Guitar Magazine, and he put out a jazz version of Over the River. And what he did was the first section was a little jazzy, not terrible, and that's mostly that's at least what inspired your section here. And then his next two sections got increasingly modulated until it was weird, right? Like, oh my God, that is super cool, but it is super not exactly what the song is anymore. And so because jazz guys can do that, they take the words, they start substituting interesting chords, mess around till they find this. Then he had a second section of this, and then a third section of this. Well, you guys have all of the sections combined in one, and they're a little jazzy, but not crazy jazzy. And so I at least took some of his ideas from his arrangements and put them into this arrangement. So you have a tiny bit jazzy, but and some of the thoughts are mine, and some of them were his ideas. And so thanks to McGowan for giving me at least an idea of how to make this a little more interesting song. So the way you sing it as kids is over the river, through the grandmother's house we go, and it's kind of mostly that, but then there's a ton of kind of jazz chords sort of sneaking in there, a few minor chords substituted for major chords, that type of thing. And so you got a little bit more depth to this and a little bit cooler thing. If you are a singer, you will find that you're singing a little bit different melody than you're used to singing on this. And I also would say that the tough uke on this particular version is meant to be played a little bit more slowly, a little bit more somber, a little bit more Thanksgiving 2020 than we would typically run through this song. And I think, I don't know, it just makes it a little more interesting to me and hopefully to you too. Let's see, who else is sneaking in here? Oh, you guys tossing me and all these other song ideas. Good for you guys. I'm just listening to all things broke. Oh, are you kidding? A broken fell left near shoulder jogging this morning. And doc said no surgery or anything. Oh, Kat. So here's Kat. Let me just very quickly. Here's what's going on in Texarkana. 2 hurricanes, COVID outbreak, broken arm. Okay, that's the way you do 2020, man. That's how you kill it. You're killing it, Kat. Jeez, what a bummer. It was in your place last year around this time. Yeah, I remember Lindy had this big old thing. Hey, Arlo, welcome in. All right, so let's dig into it. I'm going to run through, make sure you know your chords. G chord, okay, A chord, F sharp minor, just add your ring finger on, and then back to the G chord. Isn't that pretty? Okay, then you go to E minor. Here's some jazz sneaking in. Okay, A7, and then the D. So that opening 4 measures, complete thought in and of themselves. Then we're going to go down. I'm going to sing a little bit. It's bad, Over the river and through the woods to G chord, grandmother's A chord, house we go. Okay, that's what's the idea. A little different melody-ish. Okay, and then E minor 7. Horse knows the way to carry and then this B minor is a bar on 2, ring on 4. Sleigh through E7. E7s always sound awesome. White and drifted snow. Oh, okay, I left the O in there. Over the river and through the woods. Oh, and then G chord. How the wind does blow. And then middle finger up to get the 7th chord. It stings the toes and bites the noses. And this is the hard part. Over the ground we go, and then an A7. That A7 sends you back to the beginning of the song. Couple of thoughts on just the chords themselves. Again, we've substituted and adjusted them to maybe give the song a little bit better depth than we typically do it, and to make it different and interesting a little bit. I'm not a huge fan of doing that, but I do think for this song, it needed a little something, something. Okay, let's talk about melody. Melody is going to be pretty straightforward. It's not a super complex melody, and you only have one time when you're going to go up to 7, and the rest of the time it's hanging out in here between 5 and 2 for the most part. However, you need to have some sense of how the lyrics are going to be sung by whoever you're hanging out with, or however you have them in your head or whatever, because in many places there will be quarter notes sometimes and eighth note other times. So let's go to measure 7 and I'll give you the example. In measure 7, you're going to play the first time through to grandmother's house. Let me get on the right notes. To grandmother's house we go. That's what you're going to play. Eighth, quarter, eighth, 0. Okay, that's a long note. So quarter, eighth, quarter, eighth, long note. That's what you're going to play there. But the second time through, you're going to play through and through the open gate. So you're going to play it a little differently. And through. Okay, so 2 5s become 1 long 5, and if you are singing that, first of all, you don't play melody and sing at the same time. By the way, but unless you're doing some type of exercise, you do one or the other. If you're singing, you play chords, and if you are playing melody, you're not singing generally. But you want to play the melody the way the lyrics go, not necessarily the way the notes are listed out, because we've taken multiple verses and put them into the same blank. Otherwise, they got to go to 6 pages, and you don't want 6 pages of Over the Rainbow. Nobody does. So just be mindful that there are plenty of places where that happens. Measure 9. The horse knows the way is the first one, and then and the second time, we seem to go, right, is longer, and you wouldn't play one of the 3s. She'll say, oh dear, right? And so only do one of the 3s. That's why spending a little time with the lyrics is probably helpful as an instrumentalist, if your singers are going to be doing exactly this. If you don't have singers and it's just you being an instrumentalist, you can do it or not do it. Nobody's going to care. Nobody's going to fight you on, oh, you have too many syllables in there. Just be mindful that it's got this opportunity to play it either exactly what the words say or not. Okay. As an instrumentalist, I don't spend a lot of time worrying about that. I'm going to play what I feel like playing. And the singers are quite capable of fixing whatever I do. All right, let's run through the melody real quick. Make sure we're doing that the way we think we are. Okay. Hey, Linda. Hey, Critter. All right. Melody only. 1, 2. Okay, and I just blew it there. If you're just playing the melody and you got a 4 and a 7, there's an opportunity for you to play in 4th position. Normally I ask you to use your pinky on 4, but that's a case where playing your index, moving your index finger up, 4, 7, 5 makes the most sense, right? All right, let's play on for measure 5. I think this will make sense to you for the most part. 1, 2. the 0 takes you back to the top. Makes sense, right? For the most part, there's a little variation from the original melody in terms of how you think about that song, but for the most part, that basically makes sense. Fascinating thing. Notice on melody how often he's whoever wrote the music, and we don't know who that was, how often they were 0 0 0 0 until a chord change, and then they went to something else, which tends to lead you to believe it was probably not written on a piano. It is not typical when you're composing on piano to hit the same note over and over and over. That's why a lot of times music written on a piano has much better melody, because your first thought is when you're composing on piano, I'm going to hit this note. Now I should probably hit a different note, right? Whereas with you're composing on a ukulele or guitar, your tendency is to grab the chord and you want to hold on to that chord for a while. So we tend to get less interesting melodies when composing on a fretted instrument than we do on piano. Not always, but it's one of those fascinating things that I'd almost bet that whoever put this music together had a guitar in their hand when they were working on it. Now, so that's the melody. Makes sense. Chords a little different than usual. The whole thing. So now you got a little bit different melody, a little bit different chords. When you bring them together, there's either going to be a home run or it's going to be a disaster. Okay, let's do those first 4 measures as a tough uke. Got a G chord with your 5, and then this is one motion you'll have to get comfy with. You're going to slide index and pinky back at the same time. They're hanging out here. You're going to slide them back to 1 and 4, and then you're going to lose your other fingers. Okay, and strum that, and then middle finger to get, or probably middle or ring, probably ring finger to get the 2, and then go get your F sharp minor, and then drop your middle finger 0 2. Hit the 0, and I love this chord 0 2 2. And that sound cool? 3 0. And A7 with your 4. And then you're going to have to slide up here and then slide back to the D chord with your 5. Bong. So it's a complete thought through there. It's its own thing. Basically, it's the end of the song showing up at the beginning. And then bong. And now we're ready to play. Okay. And you see that a lot of professionals do that. Okay. 5. Let's go there. D chord. Ring finger forward to get the 3, and then right back to get another D chord. Drop down to your G chord with a 5. There's that motion again. These 2 slide back, add your middle finger. Ring finger to get the 2, and then a D chord. This is a decorative chord. It's not doing any work, just filling up space. Hit the 0. Now, it's an E minor 7 is your chord, but the melody's on G, so it looks just like a G chord, so you just grab a G chord. The index finger is going to go back 1. You lose your middle finger. You had 2 D chords. And here's where I'm just going to go ahead and drop on a bar and put my ring on there. There's other ways to do this, but I think it's safest. Bar on 2, ring on 4, 4 2 2. And then go grab your E7. Ring finger up to get that 2, and then drop to the A7. Whoops, 3 strings and 4. Use your rest stroke, Gary. All right, measure 12 or 13. Grab the D chord, ring finger, and back. G chord, pinky on 5. A chord with your 4. Change it out to your ring finger. And D chord. Just lift your middle finger up to get the D7. Hit the 0. G chord, add your pinky. A chord with the 4. Add a 2. F sharp minor. B minor. Then you're going to have to, and this is where things change. You got to lift it up to get the 0. And this is the most annoying thing in the entire song. It's an E minor chord. So your 4 is right, but the melody note is here for some reason. So you're going to have to do index and ring like that. And that's probably Sean McGowan playing right there. I don't know why that note is there. Okay, and then hit the 0, and then I'm sorry, 204. hit the 2, and then the 3, and then A minor. It's an A chord, but it looks like F sharp minor. And then A7. Okay. So, and then you go back and in the song, it's designed to play 4 times. I think the MP3 goes through it 4. I don't think I know. The MP3 goes through it 4 times. You're supposed to play all 3 verses, and then the last time you go back and play the first verse again. We will never do that. You will never do that, hopefully. 2 times through is plenty, right? So just play through twice. You're supposed to play through it 4 times. Okay. Last time you come through, measure 20. You hit that A7. And then let's go on to 21. Grab your G chord. Back to that crazy A chord with your 4. Up to the D chord with your pinky on 5. A regular B minor, just change out for your ring finger. Okay, G chord, A7, and D chord. Okay, so this has a nice complete ending as well. I want to play through this several different ways where I got to get out of here in just a second. But so first I'd like to go through and play as I would normally with my tough uke, and I'm going to play it just with my thumb. Then I want to go through and I want to play it with my claw. And then the third time I go through it, I want to play it with claw. And anytime you can decorate a quarter note, okay, there aren't enough eighth and half notes to talk about, but anytime you've got a quarter note, you're going to decorate it with the index finger popping in and grabbing that third string. Okay, so from the top, first time through thumb, second time through claw, third time claw with decoration on your index finger. Okay, I know, poor cat. All right, from the top, one thumb. I'm going to do thumb, claw, finger style. That's my plan. 3 times through. 1, 2, 1, 2. With my thumb. So now I'm going to go through and play with the claw, and from measure 5, go. Okay, the last time through, same exact attack pattern with my claw, but every chance I get, every quarter note or more, I'm going to be using my decoration skills using these 2 fingers on strings 2 and 3 to add in some extra zing into it. Okay, so from measure 5 again, go. Yeah, where is it? And then to the ending. Okay, again, use all of your decoration skills. You've got all dotted quarter notes, so you've got 2/8 notes between every single chord. Just grab your chord and then add dunk dunk between each chord. Okay, just a chance to decorate that stuff a little bit with some extra finger picking any chance that you have a chance, and it just makes it sound a little more complex, right? So we've taken what's a kind of a dumb song, and then we have added in some a little bit more interesting chords, maybe adjusted the melody a tiny bit to accommodate those different chords, added in a ukulele, turned that into the depth of sound that we're really looking for, given it taken in our great toolbox of the claw, right? And then added in some extra decorative notes as often as possible. And pretty soon you have this really complex piece of music that people are going to want to listen to rather than sing along with. And that's what you want, right? You want to shut them up with how beautiful your play is. And there we go. So that's the story on Over the Rainbow, or Over the Rainbow. I even titled this Over the Rainbow when I was saving it. That's how in ukulele has ruined my life. Over the River. And there you go. So I would, like I said, I need to cut class a tiny bit short today because I got to get off to this thing. But Over the River and Through the Woods, we'll play it tomorrow and the next day as well. And also tomorrow, I'm going to try to get up at least one more song for us to work on. And then on Wednesday, I want you to be able to play everything on our Christmas list. And I don't know, like I said, about a dozen or so songs sitting there right now. And so spend a little bit of time playing through those, making sure you're understanding how you would have played them. You know how I'm going to play them, right? Stuff you. But you should also be thinking about how you would present them. And then, of course, when we're together, you play as an ensemble member. But when you're on your own, you are a soloist. And so you can play those in lots of different ways. So, all right, I'm going to shut up. You guys are all busy plinking away on your Thanksgiving ditty. And I will see all of you tomorrow. Yeah, that's the plan. I'll see you tomorrow. And then on Wednesday is our concert day, right? So, and then we have Thursday and Friday off. Remember this week, those of you who aren't in America, you know it's Thanksgiving. So Thursday we murder a turkey and eat it. And then on Friday we go shopping. And we're not doing either of those things at my house, but that's the theory anyway. So, all right, guys. Hopefully that's a fun piece to play. Hopefully it's interesting enough to keep you going. Kat, get feeling better. Stop breaking your arm. That's not good for. That's not at all helpful for playing ukulele. Let's see. Linda was back. Critter was back. Let's see. Lynn, Kat, Lynn, and all right. And knock knock. Who's there? Norman. Normally who? Normally, normally I don't eat this much. There's our Thanksgiving joke. Uh, all right. Let's see. Let's see. Jennifer, have a great weekend or a great night. I'll see you tomorrow. Clay, good to see you, bud. Barbara. All right. Patricia. Amy. I know, right? She says, I got meds. I'm like, what do you got? What do you have? Didn't give you any Dilaudid, did they? if you ever end up with extra Dilaudid pills, let me know. That's my favorite. All right, I got it one time, and I'm like, golly, these are legit. Holy Moses, life is grand. Life is grand. Let's see. Oh, they give you Dilaudid when you have kidney stones. makes having kidney stones worth it. Jacqueline, good to see you. Lynn, I'll see you tomorrow. Jennifer, yeah, stay safe, guys. The country's on fire. Please make smart decisions. Linda, see you, Linda. Lanny, good to see you, bud. Pauline, aren't they nice? It's a lovely time of year. I mean, every year I do these same exact songs, and I love them every year. So, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, they already found the spot, and they're gonna just chop it open bigger. You know, what are you gonna do? All right, Kat. Feel better, Kat. remember, gravity gets more interesting as we get older. Annie, I'll see you soon. Critter, good to see you. Oh, and Valium, yeah, Valium's not bad. Oh no, I've never had Valium. I was Vicodin. I've had Vicodin's fine, but I've never Valium. Sydney, dang. All right, guys. I'll see all of you tomorrow. Elizabeth, good to see you, and I'm looking forward to hearing your string changing adventures, Elizabeth. And I think she said tomorrow night she's going to change her guitar strings. So, all right, guys. Have a wonderful night.